you've got a high schooler at home who's gearing up for college, there's a lot to consider before deciding which ones to apply to.
Don't you worry. Help's on the way. Robert Frenick, he talks and we listen. He's the editor-in-chief at the Princeton Review and author of the best 388 colleges. It's the 2023 edition. I mean, we hang on your every word, especially around now. But high schoolers who are thinking about going to college, if you were to give them a small piece of advice, like this is the most important thing you should think about as you plan, what would that be?
It is all about finding a school that's going to be the best fit for you academically, campus culture, financially, all the things that I know we're going to hit on today. But those are the ways that you can make some sense of this process.
Should they be doing something like?
Yeah, I mean, right now I would dig into the research, and that's the stuff that I feel like we've been doing the homework for students and parents for so long, and asking current college students what their experiences are in the classroom and outside the classroom, and then taking it back to current.
Well, this is going to really help too, because we have high school students and their parents that have a ton of questions for you. Let's take a listen at the first.
Hi, I'm Camila Zambrano. And I'm Katerina Zambrano. And I go to Mountain Lakes High School in Mountain Lakes, New Jersey. So the prices of colleges have gone up so much. How do we as a family navigate the process so that we make sure that we get the maximum amount of financial aid?
I mean, the average price is so expensive.
It is. For public schools, it's about $22,000. For private schools, about $51,000. But, you know, as these folks are saying, college costs are sobering. But the thing is that there's $180 billion of aid out there. And what I tell all of our students at Princeton Review is you have to curate your list, meaning that there are some schools that simply have more financial wherewithal, channeling it towards financial aid and scholarship dollars than other schools. So we have a best financial aid, great financial aid list. Vanderbilt, #1 on the list, nearly $70,000. But average gift aid, money that students don't have to pay back, $52,000.
Okay. Wow. All right. So they should do research, and you have all that lined out.
Without question.
Okay. Let's go to another really important question. It's from a high school student. They want to study business. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Philip Lewin. I'm a senior at Portsmouth High School in New Hampshire. Should I be thinking about career internships and opportunities for after college?
Oh, so he's already thinking about after college.
I applaud this question. So well done, Philip. That when we think about figuring out if a school is going to be right for us, we have to think, is it going to be of value later on? So talking about internships and career advice right now as part of the college research process, it's spot on. We actually got this idea for this list in 2005. We've been putting out our best career services list since then. Clemson, #1 school. Big school, 77% of all students take an internship before they graduate.
A lot of people want to get paid when they do internships, but also, you know, and some places do and don't pay. If you have the choice, what do you advise a student to do?
Certainly, if you can, get some money for it, awesome. But I think the value comes in a good example. You can get course credit for your internships while you're in school. So it's a value for students that might be struggling financially in school as well, still a value to them.
Okay, here's a question about which courses to take if you're in high school and plan to apply for college. Take a listen.
Hi, my name is Hia. I'm a rising junior at Basis Independent Fremont. And my question is, with most colleges going SAT and ACT optional, will AP results become more significant in the college admissions process? And if so, would you recommend we take as many AP classes as possible, or just the ones that are in the field that we're trying to go into?
I loved AP classes. I went into school with a lot of credit.
Oh, of course. And that really is the value of AP. They are deeply important in the college admission process for two reasons. One, for your GPA in high school, because they're normally the most competitive courses, so they're going to bring your GPA up. And then two, you can offset, course credit. You can actually earn course credit if you do well on the AP testing. So there's two valuable points in them.
What if you're an average student and you have, you do a lot of extracurricular activities? How do you make sure college sees you as more than just your GPA and your scores?
Totally. I so appreciate you asking this question, Hoda. The idea of college admissions, this is a human process. So yes, you have to have the quantitative metrics, GPA, SAT, ACT scores, but you're admitting humans. So all the things that you're doing outside the classroom are just as golden.
This is important, this last question. We're going to take a listen.
Hi, I'm Abby Hoover, and I'm from Bald Eagle High School in Pennsylvania. My biggest question is the SAT and ACT still important in the college application process?
That's a good question.
We don't know.
Oh, my gosh, it's the biggest one. And there's so many confusing terms. Test optional, test free, test blind, test required. It's confusing for students and parents. But here's the thing. We did an administrator survey. It just came out yesterday. 200 schools across the country. 87% said that they're test optional, but they'll still consider your SAT and ACT scores if you submit them. So a measly 10% of schools are test free, which means you can't submit your SAT and ACT.
But if they say it's optional and you don't want to put yours in because it wasn't so good, are you going to be penalized?
You will not be penalized. But I tell all of my students this: listen, don't hobble yourself at the beginning. Take the SAT and ACT. If you did well, submit them. If you didn't, then exercise your test optional right to withhold them.
Basically, give yourself the option. That's super smart, Rob. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You can check out the best 388 colleges for 2023 at today.com/shop.